decided while I was on my lunch break I might as well come over here and get some supplies. Dollar General time. Very snaky. Everything that moves looks like a snake right now. I thought I was cutting grass. You know I make jokes a little bit about some Chinese quality, but this Pro Yama chainsaw I got off of Amazon pretty much cranks every pull. Got to be careful, there's some rocks in there. Stuck on. I'm trout. Muscadine vines. Get a few of these vines out of the way. It'd be my luck this thing would fall and land on one of these rocks. Ouch. Woo! Just a little more. Come on. All right, now I think I can get back to cutting some grass. God, it took me 2 hours to clean all that crap out, and there's still some, heck, there's limbs hanging up in the trees. Then we'll just have to fall. Took me 2 hours to clean that up and about 2 minutes to cut that area. All right, well, let's go get some more cutting over here in the front. I'm about halfway done. Right, just a few minutes ago I hit a bump and I was like, what the heck? I'm going to try to show that to you. If you see that hole, that is, yeah, that hole. That is an armadillo hole. They're an invasive species up here. And if you're not careful, you'll be walking and you'll step in that. And I've heard people have broke their legs, ankles, all sorts of stuff. So if I do kill anything on this trip, that's what it'll be. All right, well, I'm gonna go back up here and gas this thing up and try to finish this up. All right, I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired. This has been a job. It's almost 6 o'clock right now, and I'm pretty tired. As you saw, it's not just cutting grass, but I think I'll walk you around and show you the semi-finished product. All right, first around the cabin. It looked like a hayfield if you remember when we first came in here. It's looking good now. All right, this was the second part that I worked on. Got the old house place there. It's pretty much dilapidated. I can get a little bit better view of this old well. I don't want to crash my grass cutter in that, you know. But somebody a long time ago did a lot of work on that well. All right, the next part out here, we got this. Really nice. All right, I cut into this opening here. As you can see, I had another tree fall. I'll have to cut that up so I can finish that. We've got another cut out there to go into another hunting place. This was one of our younger pecan trees that fell. Believe it or not, it's still alive. And I can see some pecans in it. Isn't that nuts? I'll probably have to get in here and clean this area out even more. Yeah, there's some pecans. A lot of them on there, actually. This is looking out towards our pecan trees. These trees are really, really old, and they don't put out much. This young one back here did, but these not so much. All right, here's the end of that pecan tree. And look at there. I mean, it's loaded with them, huh? There's one right here. That is crazy. Another view of the trees. Who knows? Maybe they will put out this year. These things the last few years with the storms and everything have been through hell. All right, this area going up through there, that's just where we bring deer if we kill one and we want to clean it out. It actually needs to be cleaned a little better than that, but it is what it is. It is so peaceful out here. Only thing I hear are my ears ringing. Here was a casualty of the Hurricane Helene. Me and Mel made a video earlier this year where we were cutting pecan rounds off of this, and we made some crafts. Check out that video if you get a chance. I think I just need to cut that old thing down. I don't even know what it is. Trees are full of these wild muscadines this year. I mean, full of them. I think this weekend me and Mel will come back and pick some. She wants to make some jam. You can't tell it, but years ago there was a tree falling here, and my dad was out here cutting on it, and a kidney stone hit him. We took him to the hospital, and they gave him a shot of something. He came back, laid down. Me and my brother went to work on a deer stand, and we came back and he was back out here cutting. Man, I tell you, this is, I see 1, 2, 3 of these armadillo holes. I might have stirred them up today. If there is, I'll show you one up close. I hate those things. Another view of the remaining pecan trees. These things are really, really old. I don't see any pecans on them. Very big southern magnolia tree, and a bunch of little ones outside of it there. Well, it was a lot of work, but we've got it done now, pretty much. This old house, years and years and years and years ago, probably 1990, you could actually walk into that house. There was a guy had offered to come out here. He was with the fire department, and they were going to burn it down just as practice, and we just never got around to getting it done. I wish we had it, because right now it's just a freaking mess. This is our deer pole, but to be honest with you, the main thing it's had on it is hogs. Wild hogs. I haven't seen any sign of any on this trip. Alright, I got some logs here set up. I had thought about getting these things sawed up today into firewood, and just honestly, I was just too tired. Maybe tomorrow. Here's some more. These are huge, heavy. You can see the trees that had fallen down during the hurricane, and all of these that are leaning. If this stuff burns, I wouldn't mind coming in here and cutting that. But I do have another pile of brush here. This would be good to either burn inside or around the fire, the campfire. And I've got it kind of here where you can just come and just grab you a piece or two and go throw it on the fire. This is just a mess, but these aren't really ready, but these muscadines are everywhere. Yeah, we'll get some this weekend. It is so quiet out here. I saw a coyote a moment ago, but I couldn't get my gun up in time. So peaceful. Fred Bear was quoted as saying, "Get outside," and I'm probably not saying this exactly right, but outside in the outdoors where you can really, you just hear nature, you breathe some fresh air, it cleanses the soul. There's a lot of truth to that. All right, and down here, when you have a little issue with anything, these guys jump on it fast. right. Got us a new light. These guys came out here, and within just a couple of minutes, the old light is changed to an LED. All right. Well, one thing you saw on this video this weekend is this Cub Cadet LT46 in action. You know, honestly, it's not designed to bush hog like it's had to down here. Some places I had to go over it twice, but it got it done. So when I get her home, I'll give her a good bath. I'll bet you it's not too bad actually. All right. But it got it done down here for me. Cub Cadet LT46. Okay, well, I guess it's about time for me to pack up. Got a whole lot done down here. Grass cut, the gutters in the cabin cleaned, got a new TV antenna put up that picks up great. Got my deer feeder set up. I did notice that a tree had fallen and missed my deer stand by about 10 yards or so. I'm gonna have to climb up in the stand and see if I'm gonna be able to let it stay there, you know. But it's so good, feels so good to get all this work done down here, all the chainsawing. My body's sore, but it's a good sore, you know. So anyway, hope you liked what you just saw. If you did, hit the like button down here. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel. I'm going to have a lot more of this kind of stuff coming up. Hopefully not as much work, but there will be some work. But I want to enjoy it down here too. I want to do some hunting. I want to get my fields planted. And I'm ready for some cold weather. So anyway, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time on Living Life with Jerry and Mel. Take care.